I always think I'm going to back into our mailbox.
Well, I hope you don't.
I will one of these days. I killed Scott's already. Guess I need to kill ours next. Well, I didn't kill Scott's, but I put it on life support.
Yeah, it's on life support, I know.
We brought it back, though.
It hardly stays shut now.
It was like that before. Me and Ed brought it back, though.
Okay, hold it.
I know where Judy lives. Oh, she brought you a plant.
Oh, my.
I got it. Hi, Judy.
Well, Shane, never mind.
Pretty.
I can go the other side.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'll park the plant back here.
All right.
And I put this next to it so it doesn't tip over.
Oh, your car's high too.
Oh, that's not nearly as high as mine is.
Oh, listen. You ought to see me getting in my daughter's car. Thank you.
Got it?
Yes.
Yeah, we both need a step stool, probably. We both need a step stool to get in your daughter's car.
Oh, yes.
Matt and Norm are coming too, so.
I climb in.
Where's my at, Granny?
Oh, they are. How are you today, Judy?
I'm good.
Good for you.
How about you?
Well, I'm okay.
What happened?
Nothing. I just got a whole bunch of stuff done today.
Oh,
California roll.
Okay, I'll get this on in a second. I forgot to take Gracie's little lead
I
off.
like your camera.
I do live feeds on my Facebook page called Cruising with Granny because everybody loves my grandma.
Huh?
So it's her 90th. This is the 90th birthday party edition.
Is that a camera or is that your phone?
That's my telephone.
Oh, okay.
There it is.
I bought a camera for my car and bought a camera for my daughter for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she'll appreciate it. But
I want to get one of the doorbell things so if someone comes up into our walkway and it sets off a motion detector and I can see who it is, even if I'm not home. I'll be able to see.
yeah, she's been.
And if they ring the doorbell, I can yell at them, "What are you doing at my house? You don't look like we're supposed to be there." Or I could just freak out Grandma when she's outside. I say, "Hey, Granny," and she'll wonder where that voice is coming from.
Kathy has all of that stuff on her house.
Well,
I want to get one for my truck. So when my truck is parked and I'm home, if someone gets around my truck, it sets off the motion sensor and I can see who's there.
yeah.
That's
My
a good.
daughter
That's a
wants
good idea.
One of those, but she thinks they're too high.
They're about $300 for one, but I mean, it hooks to your cell phone, and it doesn't have to hardwire to your house. It runs on batteries. You just stick it on your house or your car
really?
somewhere. Yeah. So like if someone comes up to your truck or your house and breaks that motion bubble there,
Yeah.
you can see who it is, and then when they hear your voice, then they know they're busted because then you've got them recorded, so you can see who's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've thought about that. Amber lives by herself, and I do too.
Is Amber your daughter?
Yes.
Does she live around here too?
She lives in Robidoux. You know where that is?
No, no.
It's about 2 miles down 399 from
Okay.
where I live.
Oh, it's a subdivision.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a subdivision.
Yeah.
It's an old subdivision. Her house is older than mine is.
Mm-hmm.
But I love her floor plan.
How long have you lived in the neighborhood there, Judy?
About a little. Well, I moved 4 years ago in October.
Okay, so yeah, it's a great neighborhood. I'm glad that everyone there, and I'm glad you're there because my grandma, has a good friend there now.
Well, and it's just a quiet neighborhood, and
Yeah.
people kind of look out for each other.
Yeah, old David Gow with all his cameras sees everything going on.
Yes, he does.
Gosh. And PR knows everything that's going on. How he knows it, I don't know.
Who's that?
PR that lives on the corner across from me.
Oh, Ramsey?
Yeah. No, Ramsey's down at the
Yeah,
399.
Ramsey. Yeah. PR Ramsey. Yeah.
Oh, is it? That's yeah.
Ramsey
I guess
lives in
it
the
is.
corner house.
Yeah. He knows everything because of
Yeah, well, I heard the story. I was talking to Tim, and Tim told me the story about the night the guys were breaking in down there, and David come out shooting at him,
oh my God.
shooting the lawn up.
Well, that's, I've gotten so hard-hearted, but I lived in a border state.
Well, so did we. We lived in Nevada and Arizona.
And I lived in Texas.
Yeah.
And they don't enforce the laws against the illegals.
No.
And
No, they don't. They just let them run as wherever they want to go and hide.
And then you got California and Illinois and New York, all doing that sanctuary state crap. It's like, how can you be a sanctuary state but then still be in line with the laws of the nation, the
Well,
Constitution?
They're not.
I have
Well, we know
said-
they're not.
I have said for several years, why don't we just give California to Mexico and forget it?
Yep.
Yep, would be a good
It's-
idea.
California's already pretty much. Well, the problem is, we don't need to give all of California to Mexico. Give Los Angeles, San Francisco, give the liberal part to California to Mexico, because the rest of the state's rural and red.
Well, and
I don't know if you saw in the paper, but they've got a motion going now, and they're trying to get it all set up to where they can pretty much secede from the rest of California to be called New California.
well, I have heard that too. I know that I think their last name is Hunter. The older Hunter was in the House of Representatives in Washington, and now his son has run, and he's taken his place. The other man retired, and I think they're very conservative, and they're proud of that wall that they built in San Diego.
I'm kind of
Well,
glad
well,
of
I
that
don't know.
wall that they built in San Diego.
I don't know if you heard that Orange County in California, no, Alameda County.
Yeah.
Los Alamitos has
They're-
opted out of the sanctuary policies of the government, and Orange is trying to do the same thing. And now the governor, Jerry Brown, and the Attorney General of California, I can't remember his name, is threatening to sue them for. And this is where the logic is flawed to me. The state Attorney General is saying that state law supersedes federal law. I'm like,
No, it doesn't.
no, it does not. In fact, the way I interpret it is that states can pass their own laws and mandates as long as they fall within the federal guidelines.
That's right.
That's my understanding of the law.
That's my understanding
So
of
it's
the
just like-
United States Constitution.
It's just like California. Like for me, I can't go to California in my truck because my truck is too old.
Oh, really?
However, there's
Your
a
truck is too
yeah.
old?
Isn't it
new?
they've got all these emissions things in California that my truck doesn't meet. But and I did a little study on that probably 5 or 6 years ago. There are 38 million registered vehicles in the state of California, not counting airplanes, trains, buses, boats, shipping, and there's I think 2.1 million trucks in the United States of America, and we're their pollution problem.
Well,
And of those, probably a third go to California. Now, we go in and out a lot, but we go in and out. We leave. We come in and we go.
well, and where I lived, we had a couple of couples that were friends that were from California, and they got disgusted 8 years ago, 10 years ago at what was going on there.
I like my dude. I'm listening. I was just.
And they really lived there. They worked
touch
there.
it.
They raised
No.
their families there, and
Touch
they
it.
were very angry about all the stuff that was going on.
California's been on a slippery slope for a very long time.
Yeah. I hope the traffic isn't bad. Boy, yesterday
Oh, it was pretty. I just came back from town, picking up some stuff, and it was pretty bad.
we went to Fort Walton yesterday to the movie, and it was horrible. I mean, it was stop and go traffic.
What movie did you guys go see?
We went to see I Can Only Imagine.
Okay, yep.
And first time I've been, well, about a year ago, we went to the movie there at Fort Walton behind Penny's and girls were sitting, they were supposed to be working, were sitting on the stoop, and people were standing around. The manager didn't show up. And everybody kept questioning the poor girls, and they kept saying, they won't give us the manager's phone numbers. We don't have anybody to call. So everybody was kind of standing around, and the Brinks man showed up. And he talked to those girls, and he got on the phone, and he must have told them, I have someplace else to be. I will be back here at a certain time, and you better have somebody here, or you get nothing from us today. So anyway, when we got out of the movie, we got a free pass. Well, that's what I used yesterday. But that is a wonderful movie. It really is.
I can't get Granny to go to the movies. I think they're too loud for her.
No, it's just that I can't sit in a movie without having to get up a couple of times and go out into the bathroom.
Oh, I thought we saw this because it was too loud for you.
No.
We don't drink anything for a couple hours before we go.
It doesn't work that way.
You know, it's the first, I guess you would call that a religious movie.
Oh, well, they did that one. They had one, oh, geez Louise, come on. They had that Heaven is Real movie a few years ago, too. And then they just did Heaven is Real, too, I think.
But this did not really have a lot of religious stuff in it. He had a horrible, horrible childhood. I mean, really bad. He called his father a monster. But it was more about his life growing up and how he coped. And one of the ways he coped was music. He loved music.
Is that the guy who wrote that song? Is that
Yeah.
Michael W. Smith?
Bart Miller.
Okay.
And then when he went to Glorietta, and I tried to remember what I knew about Glorietta, because it still exists in Texas, or they have another camp by the same name. And then he met a boy and a girl there that he kind of became friends with, but then he broke up with a girl when they were in high school. You know, he said, you're going to go to college and you have a future, and I don't even know what I'm going to do. But anyway, he decided to play football because his father loved football, and he thought maybe he could please his father that way. Well, he broke both legs.
Nice.
And he was in a wheelchair. So they were trying to decide on electives, and he decided on the music, one of the music programs. And so she kept asking him, what can you do? And he said nothing. So she found out that he could, I don't know what you call it, but where you know, adjust the sound and all that kind of stuff. He could do that. So that's what she made him. And one day she walked in when he was doing that, and he was singing.
Oh, yeah, so he was working the soundboard.
Yeah. And she thought, oh my gosh. So then all these kids start congratulating him, and he said, I haven't done anything. And she had made him the lead role in a musical they were going to do. So anyway, it was, and then it was about his life after he finished high school, and then he went back. He went back
Who's laughing at?
because the manager said, you know, I feel like everything you do is pretend. He said, but every once in a while I see a little glimpse. And he said, well, I don't talk about it, but you know, I didn't have a very good childhood. He said, and you need to go back and face that and come to grips with it and then write music. So he went back, and
That looks like smoke to me.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's smoke. What is burning? Someone on the range is burning. You can tell because look how narrow it is.
Yeah, it's narrow and it's.
I think they're probably
it's
burning.
the wrong color, but it.
No, they're probably burning the training plane over on Eglin. They burn jet fuel when they practice.
Who has made us a flyover in the evenings? Do you hear the planes at night?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love them. I love them, especially when the V-22s fly
But
over.
that's new. It's
Well, no, they're doing Emerald Warrior right now. In fact, when we come up here to the right, you look over here to the right, and they've all been jumping into the water all morning.
oh my God.
We're jumping into the water, and they storm the beach, or they stage at the beach right here. And then sometimes they'll shut the highway down when they do landings. They'll go across the
really?
range. Yeah.
How long have you lived here?
23 years.
Have you been here a long time then?
Yep.
24
He's been here a long time.
Well, the first place I've ever been, I felt like I was supposed to be at. So I stayed.
Well, that's
Well,
good.
You know, I just am amazed at the respect they have for the military here.
Well, they better. I mean, everything around here is based on these. We got 6 bases within 100 miles.
Yeah.
And we got Eglin, Herbert, Duke, Ranger Camp. We got Tyndall. We got Pensacola Naval Air Station. We got Whiting at 7. That's off the top of my head. 7 bases within 100 miles.
Were
Say
you,
7 bases within 80 miles.
were you here when that plane went down?
The helicopter, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, the fact that we were out there on the water like 4 or 5 days later trying to get back, head out to Pensacola to go fishing. Actually, we were headed this way to go fishing, and they still had the sound shut down. So they turned us around and went out that way. And then when we were coming back in, they had re-shut it down that side, but our trailer was here, so the only way to get back was to come through the search area.
Oh,
Right here. You look over to the right and see their training today.
wow.
They've all been jumping into the water. I think they got them up on it. They've had them out there in the water all morning. But anyway, so coming back, yeah, they're out there in the rafts with us. But yeah, so coming back, we got a Coast Guard escort all the way back to the boat ramp. Well, we told her they let us out this morning, and then when we came back, they said, "Well, we'll send the launch with you." So the Coast Guard launch rode with us back over here to where we turned into Wanda's there.
Well, you know, I can't believe all the things they did, the community did.
Oh, yeah.
When they went down.
Well, it was a UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter from the Louisiana National Guard, and they had a Marine detachment, a Special Forces detachment, and there were actually 2 of them. But the one guy turned around and went back, and the other guy went on with the mission, although he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that's what. But the black box, I was doing. In fact, this is weird you brought that up because last week I was reading about it. And yeah, that aircraft went through some serious stuff before it hit the water. He lost control big time.
Well, and you know that one of a woman in Louisiana, I don't have Facebook, but my daughter does. And she said there was a notice on there from a woman that lived in Louisiana. And she said, I can't believe all the things the people there are doing. And these people are our neighbors, and we are doing nothing.
Well, we've got if you're right down there at Navarre Park there, big old memorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was another, in fact, they put another memorial there's on the north side there too, a real pretty memorial. There's like 2 or 3 memorials right there in Navarre to these guys. But, you know, I mean, as much as you hate to fault them, the pilot screwed up big time by even trying to fly that mission. The weather conditions, they should never left the ground. And in fact, from what I was reading, they were told not to fly.
Oh, really?
So I don't know where the wires got crossed where he decided he was going to fly the mission anyway. Come on, dude.
And he's just getting off and he doesn't have much space there.
I know I didn't. He couldn't hardly see his blinker with the sun hitting it.
I know.
Yeah, I was just reading about that. I'm obsessed with plane crashes, so I always read about them when they happen and
Really?
try to figure out why. And
He's been obsessed with airplanes since he was born.
And I'm more obsessed with the crashes now. Why they crash? What happened?
Well, there's so much going on with the airlines today.
It was like that Continental crash up in Rochester, New York, a few years back. I absolutely can't figure out how they crashed that airplane. They got the airplane warned them that it was getting into a condition. Then they got a stick shaker. When you get a stick shaker, that means you're stalling. And the guy pulled the yoke back instead of pushing the throttles forward and pushing the yoke forward to get the nose down, get airspeed. He pulled it back further. It's like, what?
Errors in judgment do happen.
Yeah, but not for an airline pilot. Shouldn't make that error. And then there's two pilots in the cockpit, and not only that, the airplane has a corrective action. When it starts getting the stick shaker, it'll force the stick forward to drop the nose. And he pulled back over the power of the stick pushing the nose down to get airspeed back so the airplane would start flying again. And then it just did that and dropped off on a wing and game over. 60 people dead or whatever it was. But when you read that, it was just when you read the crash report on it, it's just like, what was the guy thinking? And then you read more into the actual pilot in command of the airplane, and he had failed several check rides, and he had retaken until he finally passed. He shouldn't have been in command of anything.
He wasn't
And the
experienced enough.
girl, the co-pilot, didn't have enough rest because she had flown from Seattle back to New York, made a couple flights, rested in a crew lounge for 4 or 5 hours before she flew her next shift.
That's not good either.
No, these commuter airlines are a little crazy, man. Yeah, they're burning out. They're doing a burn out there. That's smoke, and it's coming from England. They're doing something out there. I know back in the 70s, early 80s, they had a transport full of troops. C-141 Starlifter crashed out there and killed like 200, 300 people.
Oh, Lordy.
And the wreck is still out there. They recovered the bodies, but there wasn't the wreck. They just couldn't pull the wreck in. The wreckage is still out there.
I've been to Hallmark with a friend of mine, and she also goes to the commissary there. Her husband was retired from the military, and he's in a nursing home now, so I've gone a few times with her.
Now, how did you end up in Florida there, Miss Judy? How did you end up down here in this area?
Well, I don't really know, except my daughter and I both love the water. And I don't care anything about getting in it. I just love to be around the water
Sound like Grandma. She hates the water.
and walk the beach. And my in-laws had a beach cabin, and we spent summers down
Yeah.
there. And he said we were really looking for a place. We were really looking for an island. But we just didn't find anything, and we came down here on vacation. And my daughter bought a house while we were here, so we moved here.
Now, what kind of work did you used to do? You're retired now, I'm sure.
I was an RN.
Oh, you're an RN?
But don't ask me anything, because they have changed things around so
Oh,
much
yeah.
that I feel like I don't know anything.
Yeah, being an RN even 5 years ago, everything's different.
I know.
I mean, you get the basics in college, and then from then on, it's a constant learning curve.
Yeah.
Just like doctors.
It never quits.
Like I couldn't imagine being a doctor because you've got your education, you got your basics and how it works, but procedures and new things coming along all the time, and I think it's just a constant education. You're constantly having to.
Yeah, I think so too. And older than I am, and she used to talk to me after we retired. Let's go to work at one of the hospitals. I said, Blossom, they would fire me the first day.
Now, did you ever think about just volunteering?
Well, they make it so difficult for RNs, for anybody.
No, I mean not doing anything medical, just being like the check-in lady or the information girl or.
Well, I worked at home for 8 years, so
okay.
I wasn't interested in going back to work.
I gotcha.
Talking on your cell phone and all that, I would not put up with it.
Yeah.
And now they've got so many regulations. This friend of mine wanted me to volunteer and go to the nursing home to feed patients. Well, I have to carry so much liability.
Yeah.
That I just know I can't do it. I can't afford a lawsuit.
Yeah, and everyone is too happy. See this house right here? The lady who used to live there, her name was Mrs. Brown. She was dying of cancer. This was 10 years ago. Golly. And anyway, so she had a young son. And since she knew she was dying, and she had plenty of money, guess they owned the Burger King franchises or whatever around here. She took him on a bunch of trips, and then she traveled the world until she couldn't travel anymore. I remember I used to pick her up and drive her all the time. She had a really nice Jaguar convertible, and she called me. She called me one day, and she couldn't drive anymore. She called me one day and said, "Are you busy?" She said, no. I said, "Well, I got a weird request. What's that?" "I just want to drive fast in my car." "Okay." You want me to come drive you?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay." So came, got her, put the top down, and took off on the back roads. 100 miles an hour, several times. She just wanted to drive fast with the top down.
Wow.
One last trip. She died. She probably died like a month later, I think. Her nurse called me when she finally passed away. I drove her enough that we had a rapport,
Yeah.
So I wanted to know when she finally passed. Took her for a ride. But see, her son was set up. I'm surprised he hasn't moved into that house. That house has been vacant for, 10, 12 years now.
Oh my gosh.
I always look to see if the lights are on. They're never on. Never see any cars there. Springsteen. When we have the big... You've been here when you have red tide and all the fish are piled up on the bank out here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
It is.
This used to be a restaurant here, and it burned down under very mysterious circumstances. So I guess the city finally bought it and turned it into a little park. So, see, we're so close to where we got to go. Now we're going to wait 20 more minutes to get there. Like right here.
People at the motels, but they're all...
My old boss got a room there one time. And I went to see him when he was here while we were, taking a break from driving. And that room was just full of mosquitoes, man.
But I can't believe what people are paying for rooms in hotels today.
Yeah, summertime, yeah. It's crazy.
And I was watching Fox this morning, and they had like 5 new model cars on. One of them was $200,000.
Oh, yeah. Those aren't cars we're going to buy.
Yeah, I'll run right out and buy one of those.
I had a friend of mine who was he's an actor in Hollywood. He was a friend. And I went to, he is a friend through a friend. I went to school with his wife, Mercy. And anyway, so remember a few years ago when that guy paid like $500,000 to go to Africa and shoot a black rhino?
Oh, yes.
Well, this guy, among all the other Hollywood dumbasses, were sitting there talking about, we need to kill that guy. Just, talking about. And I was like, did you even read? Do you even know the whole premise of this hunt? And it doesn't matter, you're killing an animal for sport. Well, here's the problem. You have an old black rhino who's the alpha dominant male of the herd, but he's too old to produce anymore. He can't mate. But he's keeping all the younger rhinos from mating with the healthy females. So they've decided he needs to be removed from the herd so the young healthy male rhinos can breed with the young healthy female rhinos and keep the herd healthy. And so I wrote that and I said, so here's an idea. All you Hollywood people out there who go out and spend $1 million on a Bentley convertible, $500,000 on this, $20,000 on a dinner. Why don't you all pitch $20,000, $30,000 together, raise $1 million, buy the rhino, ship it to the San Diego Zoo or the Los Angeles Zoo, then you can visit it whenever y'all want to.
Yeah.
Common sense solution from Shane Place. Thank you very much. He blocked me. He quit being my friend after that. They don't want to hear common sense. They all just want to jump. They all just want to jump on the bandwagon. Oh, you're gonna kill an animal? We should kill you. I said no. Sometimes when they kill animals, it's for a good reason. They have to help keep the herds healthy. And this rhino, anytime one of the young healthy males would come into the herd, he would run them off.
Yeah.
So there was no breeding happening as long as that guy was around. And not only that, the dude paid $500,000 for the hunt.
Oh my God.
$500,000, which was going to go towards the conservation programs for that species. It's a win-win. You call the unhealthy animal out of the herd. They got $500,000 towards conservation.
Yeah.
And I said, raise $1 million and go buy the rhino and bring it over here and put it in a zoo. Then everyone's happy. At least you guys are happy. They don't want to hear common sense.
No.
I mean, to me, that was a pretty common sense idea, you know. If y'all feel that's, you know, you'll buy $1 million car for someone or spend millions of dollars on junk. You'll pay, you know, there's some of these people will go to, there's resorts and they're paying, you know, you're talking, these people are paying, you know, $10,000, $100,000 a night for some of these places they go stay at. And they don't even blink an eye. That's what I want to live on. Chris Craft, that's my favorite boat. I love Chris Crafts. I would live on that and I'd be very happy.
Would you?
Oh my God, it'd be perfect. I love the water. They got a whole bunch of room in them. Although I don't like the deck is totally closed in like that. I like ones that got the open back decks.
Yeah.
Then they got the big front salons. Yep, I'd live on that in a heartbeat. I mean, I wouldn't complain if someone gave that to me. I'd live on it. This boat here is made out of concrete. It's been here since, geez, the early 40s.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it used to. I think it used to be like a trade boat, but now it's a boathouse thing. But my old boss, they used to have the proms and stuff on it.
Oh, really?
It's not big enough.
Oh yeah, it's big enough for the schools in here back in the day. It's pretty big. Look how big it is. Look how far back it goes. It's a big boat.
Oh, you can't tell from the front, can you?
Yeah, no. Now it's just the part of the shipyard over there. It's been here since I've been here. It looks like they just reconcreted the hull, but it's made out of concrete. Crazy, huh?
I don't think it really needs to be moored there. I think it's built right there.
No, it's moored. It used to. I think that boat there. They got the history of it in there, but I think that boat used to be like the supply boat because this place didn't have a highway when it first came out. So they'd bring the supplies in and out. I think that was what that boat was. And then I think it was an excursion boat for a while.
They're going to have their sunrise services at 5:45 a.m.
Oh, hey, Lisa says hi. I didn't see Lisa there. Hi, Lisa. I know I look amazing. Sure you don't want to touch it? Pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Anybody has to put all that hairspray on their hair.
There's no
had
hairspray.
to work at
I
it.
got no hairspray. You know what I did? I put some water on my hands. And I went like that. And I got this little gel stuff. And I went like that.
Mm-hmm.
I went like that. That was it.
I would love to do that with my hair, but it won't work.
That's all I did. I didn't even put a brush in my hair. I just went. Phew. Pretty neat, huh?
It's the easy way out.
Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks good on you.
There, see?
But I wouldn't look good with my hair like that.
You know what? I'm starting to get that Italian silver thing right here, like what you got. I'm getting it on both sides, though.
I had white hair on both sides since I was 18 years old.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen any ghosts yet, so.
And I love gray hair. Particularly when it's solid gray. Mine won't turn gray. I mean, parts of it will, but it'll never turn.
Oh.
Oh, mine isn't all the way white, just the very front. And then it's falling out faster than a horse can trot.
Oh, yeah.
Why's your hair falling out, Granny?
I wish I knew. I'd correct it, but I don't know why. And nobody else knows why either. Not that I can figure out.
It's a good song. Yeah, there's no hairspray in my hair. Just a little bit of this. That's what happens when you have great genes.
No, it's what happens when you buy gel for your hair.
No, that's how to have great genes. Your hair behaves. You just go,
Oh, I know. I finally convinced the woman that cuts my hair. My hair does its own thing. I went to the beauticians for years, and they couldn't do anything with it.
Okay, we left early. She was my best friend. My heart.
Well, what's holding up everybody in this lane now?
Spring break traffic, Granny.
You know, I can't understand the way they do things here. A week before Easter, they have spring break at schools.
Well, you know what they should do?
And then the colleges were this week. Or the college in our area, rather.
Well, you know what they should really do here is like they did the Air Force Base. They got the overpass. They should just build one big overpass all the way to the island and drop down. That way everyone who wants to get off the road here can get off the road.
But see, they're trying to do that from Gulf Breeze through Navarre, and people are just having a cow.
Well, I can understand Navarre because, I mean, the way they've developed Navarre is kind of cattywampus.
Well, yes, but if you have an overpass and exits where you can get off.
You know what they ought to do? Just buy one of the great big tunnel boring machines and bore a tunnel from Express Route. Because we've all seen the beach. We don't care. We just want to get where we're going.
Well, in Austin, Texas, they've built an overpass.
Yeah.
Through Austin.
And it's still backed up like crazy.
But it works. I mean, it just works. You go through Austin sometimes on your trips?
Oh, yeah. They try to get through really early morning or really late night.
Yes. Isn't it awful?
If you're not through Austin by 6 a.m., you might as well just park till 10.
That's what I used to do, literally. Because I live north of Austin.
See, when I first moved here, it was never like this.
Oh.
But then word of mouth got around, and then Atlanta came down and pretty much bought the beaches. And nobody, I mean, well, let's see, you got, well, right now I see mostly Florida tags, but still. Like, come summertime, all you'll see is Georgia tags.
Oh.
Luckily, they mostly stay over in Destin, though. In fact, I will completely avoid Destin in the summertime at all costs.
We do too. We don't go to Destin in the summer. And McGuire's over there is probably my favorite place to eat.
Oh, really? You like McGuire's?
Oh,
I wish
do.
I'd have known that. I'd say one night, because I always get the filet mignon. We'll take Granny, we'll go to McGuire's. The 14-ounce filet, you need to go over? The 14-ounce filet mignon there, and that.
What the hell does he want over here for?
I don't know. The filet mignon melts in your mouth.
Gonna let him in at all?
I'm letting him in.
No.
Yes.
No.
Too late. I already told him I would.
I don't care what you told him.
I'm letting him in now.
Well, why should we sit here forever and let him go?
what's it gonna?
We've been sitting a lot longer than he has.
What difference is it gonna make?
Just his attitude, for one
He
thing.
didn't get mad. He asked if they could come over.
Dumb.
Yeah, and I love the story of McGuire's.
And you don't like those cars?
No, I don't like them.
Do you like those cars, Judy?
What
The
is
Ford Flex. How about doing a beer that you sold? Oh, that's Kentucky tag.
They're always from someplace else.
There's Mississippi tag. Yeah, McGuire's is really.
Yeah, and you
Aw,
let him get over there.
What a dick.
Yeah.
You should go pick it up. And here's your can, dude.
Yeah.
I live here.
Well, you're the one who let him over. He
Hey,
wouldn't have thrown it.
If I didn't have the love of my life in the car, I'd cut him off and say, "Hey, go pick your fucking can up off the floor, off the ground. I live here. I don't want your trash on the floor." What a dink. Hi, Robert. Yeah, McGuire's. Yeah. What do you get when you go to McGuire's there, Judy?
We usually go at lunchtime
Mhm.
and try to go on the day they have shepherd's pie.
Yeah, the shepherd's pies are good, but I can't not have a filet mignon when I go to McGuire's. And the price is good. It's not like stupid. And when you get a filet mignon, it says 12 ounces at McGuire's or 14 ounces. It's like that big. It's like that thick. And you can cut it with a butter knife. You can cut it with your fork.
And
You like filet mignon? I mean, you can put it on your tongue. And that my buddy, my friend Nicole, her husband, we'll both order fillets. He cuts his all up. It's gone. I'm like, dude, what'd you just do, man? You can't eat a filet mignon like that. I'll cut mine. Oh, well, Mike, get your butt in the car and come on. But you got all the kids and the wife. You sure you want to go to Magnolia Grill? Anyway, I slice mine real thin so it doesn't melt. So good. God, I smile even thinking about it.
I bought
It's so
the
good.
cookbook the first year I was here.
Yeah.
And I bought some to give away as gifts. And they swear they use the same recipes, in
Well,
the cookbook.
well-
Not all of them, but, some of them. Almost every one of those recipes has
Yeah.
some type of alcohol.
Well,
Almost
well,
every-
they've got the McGuire's in Pensacola too. That's really good.
And I like it.
It's a different atmosphere.
Yeah, I just like the one in Destin.
Yeah, see, and I prefer the one in Destin too. But my buddy likes the one in Pensacola more. But I like the one in Destin more.
Yeah, that's the one I like. And I don't have anything against the one in Pensacola.
Yeah.
My daughter has been
Hi.
there, and she swears
Hello?
they've had people customers for so long
Mhm.
that when people come in, by the time they get to their
Hello?
table, their drinks are on the table.
You hit the green button.
That says send.
Answer. That's how you answer your phone. You know that. Now say hello.
Hello?
Hey, JT. That sounds like Lisa and Clint
No, it's Kathy.
and Mike.
It's Kathy and all the family back there.
How's the new baby?
I hear it. We're on our way out to dinner in the car now.
You know, if you want to get out and walk, I could meet you there.
We'd probably get there faster.
Well, at this light, I don't know, the next light we can turn right.
Okay.
Cake? Wait, why are you having cake? Oh, they're having a what cake?
A cake in the shape of a cross.
Oh. Tell Mike I'd love to hear from my nephew every now and then. That'd be awesome.
Did you hear that, Mike? Mikey? Oh, Michael's not there. Okay.
Oh, Michael's not there? Well, then tell Kathy that Shane would love to hear from his nephew every now and then. Baby girl.
Yeah, he's been super, super busy with his classes, and on top of that, the newborn baby.
I'm talking before that. He had 9 months. Tell me he had a new baby coming.
Well, thank you, Mark.
Hi, Mark. This used to be a really nice little bar right here.
Yeah, Shane's doing the driving.
Yeah, beautiful. It's all gardens back there and
If
walkways
it had been me,
all the way down to the water.
if it had been me, Mark, I would have been there. I would have just
This here,
put my foot
They're
in
restoring
the
it. That
gas
was the-
tank,
that was the
on the
original-
gas pedal, and
that
I'd
was the
have just
original
flown
hotel
right
in
over
Fort
all
Walton
this
Beach.
stupid
Oh,
traffic
really?
we
and that
got.
house is one of the original houses in Fort Walton Beach.
Oh, wow.
And this was one of the. This has been here forever. Used to be Staff's, and then it closed down finally after like 100 years.
They need to make
It's
some
hard to
repairs.
tell what goes on down
It
here.
looks like a car ran into it.
Oh, God.
But this is an iconic place. It's been here. I mean, it was Staff's for like 50 years, and then they finally closed. The kids didn't want it,
I
No.
didn't hear that, honey.
but all they had was fried food in there.
Okay. Mark, it's good to hear from you and know that you're still very much alive and very much working.
Yeah, tell Mark hi.
Thank you. I hope I never have another one.
I remember when that. Wow, we're getting dumbasses down here. They can spray painted our building, man.
Oh, my God. What did that say? Something air?
Yeah, something. Error.
Okay. God bless all of you and have a good time there tonight.
That's like the first real vandalism I've seen, like spray paint vandalism I've seen and stuff lived here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All the hippies started finding this place. Now you see them
Bye-bye.
running around down here. Smelling like patchouli oil and crap.
Kathy called up because she's got Mark and some of the other of her friends over tonight.
Are Mark and Kathy seeing each other?
No.
Because he seems to be around her a lot.
Well, they get along well together,
So-
but they could never make a match together.
Why could they not make a match together?
Because they're good friends.
That's the best match.
That depends on how you're friends.
What, you're supposed to date someone you don't like?
You have no idea what we're talking about, Shane. Their personalities are too different.
Then how do they get along?
They can go out together and have a good time. That's it. They're glad to go home.
I think something's going on there.
And Mark has absolutely no interest in a wife.
I think something's going on. I remember when I very first moved here, I'd come over here and play video games at night. I lived right back. There's a house back there. It's the first house I lived in when I first moved here. Yeah. I came down here to go to work for a towing company. I got down here
Don't hit that idiot.
found out that the guy that owned the towing company was a drunk. I show up to work on time, ready to hit the ground running and go to work. 3 hours later, they show up all hungover. I'm like,
Oh.
you kidding me? That's when I realized I may have made a mistake.
Where did you move from?
Nashville.
Okay.
Oh, man. I wonder if I could have cut through there and got over where I wanted to go. Oh, yeah, I could have. Doggone, I'm a big dumb. I should have just cut through the parking lot there.
I don't know whether you can get through.
Yeah, I could have. There's a paradise.
That's what that car's gonna do.
Yeah, that's what I should have done, but I'm stupid. My side, it feels like hell to me. Well, this would be a bad time to have gastrointestinal distress.
Yes, it would.
What are you laughing at, Granny? Stating the obvious, I mean, it's true. It would be a very bad place to be in.
people that have it all the time stay out of the traffic
Sometimes you can't avoid it.
as much as you possibly can. It's not an over dinner subject anyway.
So I set it in the car. So you're 90.
Yep.
What does a 90-year-old think about?
And I just hope I never have another 90th birthday.
I bet you don't.
What would you make it? Look at that dog. What's up, dog?
I told her she ought to be proud of that.
I wonder if Scott and Gene are already here.
Probably are. They probably got down here a lot earlier.
I haven't got a text from him. Casey, come to Magnolia Grill if you're not doing anything. Hurry up. We're having dinner. Grandma's 90th birthday. That's my boy, y'all. My kiddo. Wow, it's pretty busy down here tonight. They like totally revamped all this down here.
Yeah, I like it.
And then it's kind of, it went downhill, and then they came back through and revamped it again. Where do we want to park at? We'll park in here. Oh, look at Matt's here already. How did he beat us here? That,
Did they only open it at night on Saturday?
yeah, you know, this house used to actually sit down there on the waterfront.
You're kidding.
And when I very first came to Fort Walton Beach to visit, we were walking around down here, and it was sitting down in the water, and we were walking around inside. It was all run down, dilapidated. And a cop walked up. Said, "What you doing in there?" "Oh, we're just checking it out." And then he was like, "You know, we could arrest you for trespass, right?" "No, we're just looking at it. It said for sale, so we were walking through it." So anyway, so he became one of my best friends when I moved down here. But they took this house, and they gave them the house. They just had to move it. So they moved it from there up to here.
Ah,
And then put it back down and set it up and built the kitchen on the back. But this is a Sears Roebuck catalog house.
you're kidding.
No, so they brought this house in on barges and stuff.
Oh, well, I've been here a couple of times.
But yeah, but this is but it's a Sears Roebuck house.
Isn't that something?
It's neat. And I guess that was like the main house, and they added this piece on, and they ordered more pieces to it because the Sears Roebuck house, you just keep adding to the house.
Huh.
So it's pretty neat. Well, shall we?
Yep. Turn off the key.
So, and then we're going to sit in Terry's section, Rodney's wife. That's the Magnolia Grill. That's where we're eating dinner at tonight for Grandma's 90th. Pretty big day. So, I think Matt's already in there sitting down. So, watch your step on there.
Yep, I see it.
You gotta walk in this way. So we're gonna log off. I'm gonna shoot some video I'll upload later of Granny's birthday thing. And talk to y'all later. Bye bye.